Hello, everyone. Welcome to Doman International's Giving Tuesday event. This is an event that we have every year here at Doman International. Giving Tuesday is the most important day of the year for nonprofit organizations like Doman International. And that's because it is the most philanthropic day of the year. It's when philanthropists and donors do their part to help nonprofit organizations like ours fulfill their mission with donations. And Doman International, many of you know this, but some of you might be new to our organization, is an organization that empowers families of children with special needs to accomplish the impossible with their children. So for the last 70 years with the Doman Method, we've been helping children who could not walk, learn to walk, children who could not talk, learn to talk, and help children succeed in school and live independent lives. And so Giving Tuesday is a very important day for us. And we have a very exciting, we're doing something a little different this year. And we're excited to tell you all about that. But maybe before we do, I'll hand things over to Douglas Doman, the founder of Doman International, also my dad. Dad, do you mind talking a bit about why Giving Tuesday is so important?
Well, yes, of course, it's a major part of the year in terms of our own donations for Doman International. And then it gives us the, hopefully the funds to continue special programs through 2026. And of course, we do this as members of Global Giving. And Global Giving is a very fine nonprofit in its own right and an international one like we are too. It's remarkable that people from both the United States and the UK can donate to Global Giving, and then it's tax deductible. And then, of course, there are more than 1,000 organizations that are members of Global Giving. Last year, we ranked 11th. By the end of this day, a year ago, we were the 11th highest amount of donations out of more than 1,000. This year, our goal is to be in the top 10, maybe even the top 5, because there are bonus matching amounts of funds if an organization is in the top 5. So the number 1 organization gets a $5,000 bonus. So on top of what all of our donors give, Global Giving will give $5,000 to the number 1, and then each member of the top 5 gets a slightly lesser bonus. But of course, all of the donations are matched. In the past, we've received, I think, more than $11,000 of matching funds because we've been doing this for years now.
Yeah, so every donation that you give today to Doman International through Global Giving, your impact is multiplied because your donations will be partially matched. So that's why I always say to people, if there's only one organization that you could give to this year, please consider making it Doman International. It's the organization that we donate to every year. And here at Doman International, what we do with our families with children with special needs is together we make the possible impossible, right? Sorry, we make possible the impossible. And we work hand in hand with families to support them to achieve the goals that they dream for their children. So just to tell you a little bit about Giving Tuesday, as we said, it's a global day of generosity. And the great thing is that Global Giving, which is the organization that is providing Doman International with matching funds. Keep in mind, this is only for today, but Global Giving is accessible to people around the world. So wherever you are, if you go to Global Giving's website and you donate today, your donation will be partially matched. And of course, the collective support creates life-changing opportunities for children with special needs. It allows us to give scholarships. This year in 2025, we have given more scholarships than we ever have before at Doman International. We have been able to give more funds to research to help children with special needs than we ever have before. And we've expanded more than ever before. And a lot of that is because of the generosity of our donors. So we can go to the next slide. Oh, so we've got some special prizes today that we're going to be giving away to all of you. Wherever you are in the world, you have the opportunity to win these prizes. So the biggest prize, as you can see there on the slide, is a 5-day Tuscany villa stay. So Dad, can you talk a little bit about the villa?
Yeah, so Doman International is headquartered here in the US and is responsible for all the children around the world. And our families come from more than 50 countries and 6 continents. And of course, a lot of our families come from Europe. And so since 1987, IRPWE, our Italian and European organization, since 1990, has had a beautiful hilltop villa in Tuscany. That's a picture of the villa right there. We've seen thousands of children from around Europe, the Middle East, Africa, at our institute here. It's an absolutely gorgeous property, and we're more than happy to share it with our friends and with our donors. So good luck to the people who managed to win this wonderful opportunity.
So for anyone who donates $100 or more today, you enter a raffle drawing where the winner, whoever's name is pulled in the raffle, will win a 5-day stay at this villa in Tuscany. The villa is about 20 minutes outside of Pisa, well known for the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's about 45 minutes from Florence, in my favorite city in the world. So it's an amazing place to be. It's in the countryside in Tuscany. You couldn't find a more beautiful place for a family retreat or getting away with your spouse. It's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful place. So anyone who donates $100 or more enters the drawing to win the villa, and anyone who donates $3,000 or more receives a 5-day stay there automatically as a thank you for the donation. So keep that in mind. And for vacation homes in Tuscany, I do have to say some go for a lot more than $3,000 for a 5-day stay. So but this is for today only. Please keep that in mind. And donations need to be made through Global Giving. We're also going to be doing some fun live giveaways today. So you can see on the right side of your screen, we're going to be giving away a Doman International hat. We're going to be giving away a set of Doman Method books for people who donate during this event today. For those specific prizes, the donations need to be made today. So we'll be doing that as this presentation goes on.
Spencer, and a retraction.
Okay.
I think if somebody donated $3,000 tomorrow, we'd be happy to offer the 5-day stay at the villa.
All right. Yeah. So one thing that we want to say, so what's really special about our presentation today, this is what makes it different from our Giving Tuesday events in the past. We are doing a talent show. So what we have done is we've gone out to all the families with children on the Doman International program and said to them, hey, share with us a video of one of your child's newfound talents this year. What is something your child learned to do this year that they couldn't do last year? Because that's what the Doman International and our program is all about, getting children to find talents and have big wins in their lives. So every family today who participated in our talent show is getting, as a thank you, materials sent to them by Doman Learning. And I think let's go to that Doman Learning slide. So Doman Learning, there we go, thank you. So Doman Learning is donating DL materials to all participants today. These materials are going to include 6 months of Doman Method reading content. So 900 words, 150 couplets, 600 sentences, 24 Doman books. So these are 6 months of reading materials that have been used by thousands of parents of children with special needs to teach their children to read at home, even before they are school age. And we do want to say thank you to Doman Learning, which gives courses and materials for the Doman Method to parents around the world, donated $2,100 today to Doman International. 5% of every purchase at Doman Learning is donated to help children with special needs. So thank you, Doman Learning. And for all the parents who are participating, all the children participating in today's talent show, enjoy your materials.
Yeah, the talent show has been a huge success. You'll get a chance to see videos of the children showing their talent. And I think we have 10 kids doing now?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think next year it's probably going to be 50. So the first people to have gotten in at 10, the competition is tough. But next year it's probably going to be 5 times tougher.
Yeah, and you can see at the bottom of your screen, it says, don't forget, you can vote for your favorite participant. So we are not actually choosing the winner of the talent show. And I'm very grateful for that, because as I watched each video, each one is more wonderful and cuter than the one before. And so choosing a winner would be almost impossible. So the way the winner of the talent show is going to be decided is based on the number of likes on the child's video on Doman International's Instagram or Facebook page. So you can go to our Instagram or Facebook page, pick out your winner. By the way, you can vote for multiple winners by liking multiple videos too. And you can also share the videos with other people and invite them to vote as well. So that's how we're going to pick the winner. And at the end of today's presentation, we're going to be announcing the winner of the talent show. But we're all going to get to watch the videos together, and they are a lot of fun.
Yeah, and also I think there's starting to be, this was not planned, but there's starting to be competition between the clinical staff because every clinical staff member, of course, has children and the families that they coach, and the staff can have as many as 10, 20, 30 or more families that they're responsible for around the world. And so the staff are very proud that they've got their kids, the families that they coach, in the competition. So
yeah, there's definitely been lobbying.
Family competition between the staff.
All right, so I think we can go to the next slide. Okay, so we have our first prize of the day. So like I said, there are going to be certain prizes you can win today with a donation made during this event. So it's donation time. The next donor takes the prize on the screen. So if you go to Global Giving right now and make a donation, whoever makes the next donation will win this hat. This hat, you can see it says, enjoy the little wins. This is something that we tell every parent on the program. It's so important to enjoy the little wins. Can you talk a little bit, Dad, about why that's important for children with parents of children with special needs to, relish in the changes that their children have?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is, something we've experienced for more than 60 years. We get to see our children every 6 months. So our families come to us. We reevaluate the child neurologically. We design a new neurodevelopmental program for them to develop them physically, cognitively, physiologically, socially as well. Then we teach that program, which is, a hand in glove program for that specific child, tailor-made for him. And then the parents go home and do that for the next 6 months. And then their individual coach, every family from the time they join the program has a coach, and that coach's job is to know that child and that family better than any other family in the world. And of course, in the staff meetings, the staff coach is the champion of that child, making sure that that child is getting the very best of Doman International services. So that's key to what we do. And when we see a child in 6 months, and I've operated this way for 50 years, from the time that the family, I go into our waiting room and I get the family to take them into my office. If I can see the child is different in that 2-minute period, I assure you the child has had major significant changes. Now, sometimes the child walks, which she wasn't able to do 6 months before, or says hello to me, which she couldn't have done 6 months before, or is carrying a book that they're about to read. But for parents who are seeing the little changes every day, they don't get to see the big change that we get to say. So it's essential that they keep in mind all those little changes that they get to see end up being big changes over a 6-month period.
Absolutely. Okay, so I think we are ready to watch the first entry into our talent show. This is a child named Arad. And while we pull up the video, I'll tell you a little bit about Arad. So Arad is 4 years old and lives in the US. And Arad recently...
More.
here's
Yeah, good
watch the video.
job. Wow. Whoa, that was cool.
This is
More?
actually a physical program,
Ready,
our balance
set,
program, this as well.
go. Good job.
Back and forth,
What?
and sometimes it spins
Ready,
around as well.
set.
Children love these activities. They're excellent for balance and visual development.
And so what you could see...
Go.
What you could see in that video is that he started to say the word go, which for him, being one of his first words, is such a big deal at his 4th birthday. So mom said, ready, get set, and Arad said, go. And so, this is a first major step in Arad finding his voice, learning to speak more, increasing his words of vocabulary. And having done this work for years, there's just no feeling like watching a child talk for the first time. It's one of that along with watching a child walk for the first time in their lives, some of the most amazing things, some of the most amazing wins we get to watch children have. So congratulations to Arad and to his parents.
Yeah, and mom is just, naturally doing our language development program. So
Right.
we teach the child something like ready, steady, go, and the child gets it. And then mom says, ready, steady, and kid says, go.
Yeah.
And so you can see it's working beautifully for Arad.
Yeah, and if you watch that video, again, if you want to vote for Arad, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, go to Doman International's page and like his video. One of the important things in that video is that Arad takes a few seconds to say the word. And this is important for parents of children with special needs. Is what we teach every family with their speech development program, that some children have a bit of a response time delay, and parent needs to be patient and wait for the child to fill in the word. So mom said, ready, get set. And then after a couple seconds, Arad said, go. But mom was patient enough to wait and give him a moment to fill in the word. And for some children, parents or adults don't know that, so they keep talking, and the child never has the opportunity to actually say what they want to say. All right, so that is Arad. So again, if you'd like to vote for that video, just go ahead, go to the Facebook or Instagram page, and you can like it, like the video as your vote. Oh, and I see here that Arad came for his first appointment in Conshohocken just last month. So he has just started with the program. All right. Well, next, we're going to go to our next talent show contestant. If you're joining us late, we are having a talent show of children on the Doman International program. The next child we have featured is Vanessa. Vanessa is 9 years old and lives in the US. She came to Doman International for the first time last year in 2024. And in this video, Vanessa's going to be doing something really impressive. She's going to be demonstrating an ability called perfect pitch, where she's going to hear a note played on the piano, but you're going to see they've covered her eyes so she can't see the note. Keep in mind, there are 88 notes on a piano keyboard. So she's going to hear the note, and then she's going to have the opportunity to see if she can replicate it and play the correct note. So let's go ahead and watch this video.
And by the way, I have to say, there are people that have PhDs in music that can't do this.
Yeah, exactly right.
En el piano, escucha. ¿Qué nota toqué? Ok,
So fast.
ahora. ¿Qué nota estoy tocando? Ok. ¿Qué nota estoy tocando? Wow.
Yeah. And, you know, as someone who grew up learning the violin, this is something like what my dad said. There are people with PhDs in music who can't do this. This is often something that has to be taught at a young age while the brain is still developing. And you can see Vanessa's a star, and she's got a really special future ahead of her in terms of learning music. Because when it comes to learning music, if you have a developed ear, this is something we've known for a long time, thanks to a method called the Suzuki method, which is a way of teaching young children the violin and piano. We've been using it as part of the Doman method for 50 plus years. Yeah. We've known for a long time, when you train the ear at a young age, someone has a really great future in music learning. So congratulations to Vanessa and to her family.
Oh, and we just ignore the fact that she's bilingual.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of, it's funny because for many of these children, we're featuring one talent, but there are about 50 that we're not mentioning. Yeah. That they're readers or they're mathematicians, but we're just featuring one thing. All right. Again, if you want to go ahead and vote for Vanessa's video, for Vanessa's talent, you can go to our Instagram or Facebook page and like the video. All right.
And the competition has been really great. I mean, we have kids with hundreds of votes.
Yeah.
And if you put all the kids' votes together, I'm sure they're probably over 1,000 maybe.
Yeah. All right. Next, I really like this next video in our talent show. So this is Oakley. Oakley is 3 years old and comes from the UK. And Oakley usually comes to see our staff at our, actually at the villa in Tuscany, which people can get in the drawing for. Oakley came to Doman International for the first time last year in 2024. And his newfound talent is laughing. So Oakley has begun to laugh, a proper strong laugh for the first time in his life. It's beautiful and exciting to witness. And mom and dad also say that it looks like language is on its way as well. And this video shows his joy, his presence, his connection with his parents, and how far he's also come. His parents also comment, it shows how far he's come with his strength and head control as well. So let's watch this video of Oakley showing off his laugh.
I mention also that mom has made some really beautiful videos of Oakley's time on the program. And do we have those posted on our website?
Yeah, we've posted many videos of Oakley. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll pull up Oakley. There we are.
Ready? Ready? One more, ready?
What a happy boy.
Yeah.
on. Shelley is crying.
Well, that's absolutely beautiful. And I actually, Oakley's mom recently sent me a video. When Oakley started the program, he was functionally blind. And she sent me a video of him watching a video himself on a screen, and he's just locked in visually. He's like, wow, look at that. So, thanks to the visual stimulation program and parents being very consistent with Oakley's program, he's had a huge amount of progress. And he's also an important reminder of how for many families, when they begin our program, even laughter, something like that, is a life-changing thing for their child. I was recently speaking to another family, and they were just expressing to me that now their child is healthy enough that they can bring their child out into public to parties. Before, they could never do that. It just shows you there's so many things most of us take for granted every day that for our families, are huge achievements. So, of course, if you'd like to vote for Oakley, go ahead and like his video on Facebook or Instagram. All right, so we can now go on to the next slide. Aha. All right, so here we have the Doman International hat. As we said, the hat would go to the next donor. And so the first prize winner for the Doman International hat is Rick Nelson. Congratulations to Rick Nelson.
We should introduce Rick too. Rick is our coach. He coaches us at Doman International. Our directors, our leadership team is coached by Rick, as he has done for years. Our ability to help more children has come because Rick has coached us as to how we can do our work better. He's a very important part of our team.
Okay. Now we can go on to, I think on our next slide, we have the total donation amount. Whoa,
that is nice. And we're still number 9. Okay.
Well, when we looked at this PowerPoint presentation just 10 minutes ago, it was $8,000 or something. So $20,600. Wow. Do you remember what's the most we've ever raised on a Giving Tuesday?
Oh, Julie is the expert on this.
Yeah. Julie's saying $48,000 with the matching funds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we expect maybe we'll get 40% matching funds. So right now, maybe we'll get, $6,000, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that.
Wonderful. Okay. So, so now we'd like to just take a moment to acknowledge a organization called the Yarostar Foundation. The Yarostar Foundation is one of our partner organizations. And it's important for us to recognize that while we have some amazing donors that give to us, we also have some other amazing nonprofit organizations around the world that donate to give scholarships to families on the Doman Method. And the Yarostar Foundation is one of those organizations.
One of the first, and very steadfast and loyal.
Yeah. The Yarostar Foundation was founded by the Samaru family in honor of their daughter, Yara, a bright little girl whose life was full of promise. And after her sudden passing, her parents chose to let her light shine forward in the lives of other children all around the world, including many families in the Doman community. And so in memory of Yara, they donate to help other families on the Doman Method program. The heart of the Yara Star Foundation is simple. It's to help, to help children with special needs discover and nurture their God-given gifts, and to help the world see the beauty within them. And I can't think of a better mission, especially today. We're looking at children showing off their gifts, and that's what Yara Star Foundation is all about. This year, Yara Star Foundation launched something called the Treasured Talents Camp. Again, very similar to the talent show. So there, you can see how their mission aligns with ours. The Treasured Talents Camp is an inclusive summer camp, which has been created alongside special educators, volunteers, and therapists, and nearly 40 children enjoyed a safe, adventurous, and joy-filled space where they could learn at the camp. And their vision is to make these camps available in more communities, and they're looking at opening a second camp location. So we are so grateful for Yara Star Foundation. If you'd like to learn more about Yara Star Foundation, you can see their website there, yarastarfoundation.org/shop. And we are so grateful for Yara's legacy, and her story has brought hope to a lot of families.
Yeah, and the scholarships that Yara Star has given over the years are $1,000 scholarships for families in order to help them to be able to have a program for their children with brain injury. And this has, permitted many families to continue to get upgrades and new programs for their children, and to continue on the good work that they're doing.
Yeah, we found that when we're able to help families on the Doman Method program with scholarships, on average, they're able to stay on the program, do the program for 2.5 times longer. And for many children, that's the difference between graduating potentially from the program or not being able to graduate. For many children, it means giving them enough time to achieve a major milestone, like learning to walk or starting to talk. And so we really appreciate organizations like Yara Star that help our families realize these dreams.
And the Samaroos are an international family like we are. When they started the program, they lived in Saudi Arabia. Then they came back to the United States. Now they're in Nigeria, and this camp that they've just started is in Nigeria. And of course, Nigerian children with special needs, don't have anything like this kind of opportunity.
Great point. Wonderful. And I should mention that Yara Star Foundation donated $3,000 today for 3 scholarships for children as part of their long time commitment to donating to our families. So thank you so much to the Samaroo family and to Yara Star Foundation. All right, so I think we can move on. So now we're ready for the next prize. The next person to donate will win a Doman International t-shirt. And by the way, I don't know if I said this for the hat. The hat that said "Enjoy all the small wins" is the first time we've ever given this hat to anyone. We don't even have one. I saw it and I said, I want one. And now we're giving away a new t-shirt. And you can see the t-shirt says, "It's impossible until it's done," which is amazing. And then on the back, it says "Proud Doman Parent." So the next person to donate to Global Giving will be able to win this t-shirt. And if you're following us, whether you're following us right now on Facebook or YouTube, if it's possible, I don't know if this link is on Instagram yet. Maybe if we could throw it up on Instagram, that would be good too, if that's possible. But if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you should see this link, the Global Giving link. If you click on it, you can make a donation. The first donation will win the t-shirt. All right. Oh, I see that we've got some great comments here. So I think this is Maya's family. The Peterson family commented, "Do you have a T-shirt that says the program only works if you do it?" My favorite phrase from Douglas.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk for a second about what does it mean the program only works if you do it?
Well, our program is a neurodevelopmental program, and it means actually programming the brain with new information. And we do that through the sensory pathways. The only way to get information into the human brain is through the sensory pathways of vision, auditory, tactility, olfactory, and taste. So we feed the brain that information, most particularly visual, auditory, and tactile information, which by far are the most important pathways. And then we provide extraordinary opportunities to get that information out of the brain through the motor pathways. These are one-way streets out of the brain, and they are mobility, crawling, creeping, walking, running, and jumping, language, and manual competence, ability to dress yourself and undress yourself, and button and unbutton, and of course, eventually being able to write, or sophisticated activities like playing the violin. And in addition to that, there is our full nutrition program, which we've had since 1970. Adele Davis, the mother of modern American nutrition, came as a volunteer to the institutes in 1970 and set up our nutritional program. Plus, we have respiratory programs, social programs as well. So they only work if you do it. And of course, this mom knows this well because she's been doing the program for years and has seen it in terms of the results with her daughter.
Okay, so I think we are ready to move on to the next contestant in the talent show. And here we have, so next we are going to Finley. Finley is 2 years old and lives in the US. Finley came for her first appointment this year at Doman International. And Finley's siblings join her for nearly every sequence that she does with the Doman Method program. And so in this video, you're going to be watching her brother coaching Finley through her creeping program. And now she's doing a total of 200 feet in a day. And we're so proud of Finley's determination. It's a great example of the dedication of children on the Doman Method program, but also we're going to get to watch a sibling coach her on.
Spencer, can I say a few words about siblings?
Yeah, sure.
Siblings like these siblings, they are just the best. Often they can coach the child even better than the parents, because every kid wants to be like his bigger brother and sister. And so if they do it, then, the special needs child wants to do it as well. And you'll see a great example of that, right now. But it works both ways. For the siblings who are older than the special needs children, these young people know what's important in life. It's not about, what kind of sneakers you have and how much they cost. It's about your brother and sister who desperately need your help, and that you have the possibility to be part of a winning team to get your little brother or sister where they should be in life. But it also works the other way. When there are children younger than the special needs child on the program. I remember years ago, we were looking to find a language teacher for our first son. So we put an ad out and we got a call, and young man, 19 years old, called me and said, are you any relationship to Glenn Doman? And I said, yes, of course, he's my father. And he said, well, my brother was on the program for 4 years, my older brother, and I did the program with him. My mother taught me how to read and do math at the same time. And he was 19 years old he had completed undergraduate school. He had been accepted into medical school at 19, and we did hire him because he spoke and read and wrote 6 languages.
Wow. Yeah, what a great example. So I think let's give the video of Finley a watch.
Brother's coming. She's taking.
I think we just need a second to get the video up.
Brother's
There we
just
go.
the lead. Oh, she's coming behind. She's getting over obstacle 1. Oh, she's gonna go. She's going to the bridge, brother. No, he's going. Come on, now Finley's going. Finley's coming. She's racing. She's going closer.
You can do it.
Come on.
Come on, Finley.
I'm sure that's mother narrating. I think she's going to
Finley's got it.
become a speech announcer.
That's brother.
Come on, Finley.
The brother race. Finley's going. She's going over obstacle 2. This time it's way quicker. She just flops right over. Oh my, she's taking off. Brother's right behind.
Come on, Finley. Keep
Brother's just
going.
about to win. Oh wait, Finley's coming. She's tucking up nowhere. Brother's up to obstacle 3. The last obstacle. Oh wait, Finley comes and gets the lead from her trips. Now they're going. Finley's just in the lead. And it's the final seconds. Finley. Oh, brother trips. Finley takes it for the win. And Finley wins. High five. Yay.
Good job, Finley.
What a great video. I mean, so brother there is kind of doing a play-by-play announcing like it's a race, and he also lets her win at the end, which it's incredibly special. So that was a good showing off of Finley's new talent with creeping, but also getting to watch her amazing family around her. So if you
I just realized my brother never let me win.
Oh yeah. So if you want to vote for Finley's video, you go ahead, like it on Doman International's Facebook or Instagram page. Feel free to share it with others. All right, let's see next. Okay, next we've got Danya. And Danya is 4 years old and lives in Mexico. So we've got a very international group of kids today. Danya came to Doman International in 2024. She's coming back for her next appointment in January of 2026. So very soon, next month. And in this video, Danya demonstrates that she's able to speak 4 different languages. So you're going to see mom asking her questions. I think she's asking her to find different colors and shapes in 4 different languages, and Danya understands all of them. So that's a pretty amazing talent. So let's give this video of Danya a watch.
Welcher ist lila? Welcher ist rot? Which one is pink? ¿Cuál es azul? ¿Cuál es amarillo? Bona es roodgeel. Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Girafa.
Girafa.
Löwe.
Löwe. Löwe.
Tiger.
Tiger.
Zebra.
Ayudar es bueno.
What does that mean?
Helping is good.
Nimm die Orangensaft. Pour it into the pink cup.
Pink.
Bébelo. Toma la taza azul.
Wow. So there you could, I understood at least 3 of the languages. English, Spanish, and German. And I think there was a 4th one in there I didn't know. But mom was giving her instructions in the different languages, and Dania was showing that she was able to understand them. So that is amazing. And, you know, young children are linguistic geniuses, and children with special needs are no different. Probably the majority of children whose videos we're showing you today are bilingual or more. And we teach families to not to limit their child's exposure to multiple languages, but to instead do the opposite, to expose their child to different languages. And it is incredibly helpful for developing the child's understanding and speech development as well. So congratulations to Dania and her family. And if you want to vote for Dania, go ahead, go to our Instagram and Facebook page and like and share her video. All right, I think we can now go to the next slide. All right, so here we're giving away the DII t-shirt to the next person who donated, and the prize winner this time is Meenakshi Morla. Congratulations, Meenakshi, for this t-shirt. I'm a little jealous of you for getting this t-shirt, but thank you so much for your donation. And you know, please wear the t-shirt proudly. Okay. Oh, so here we are. Wow, donation so far 24,800.
But we're number 7, so if we can get to 5, we get the extra bonus.
Okay, so number 7 means of all the organizations currently fundraising on the giving,
More than 1,000.
more than 1,000 organizations fundraising on Giving Tuesday on the Global Giving website. Doman International is number 7. What's the best ranking we've ever finished with?
Last year, 11.
11.
But we got beat by the rhinoceroses. And so please, I think that the children, I love rhinoceroses, but the children, we need to beat them this year.
We love the rhinos every other day of the year. Okay, so remember, we still have our raffle of the 5-day stay in our villa in Tuscany. Anyone who donates today over $100 gets put in that raffle. So if you give $100 or more today, you're put into that raffle. And anyone who donates $3,000 or more, we will give it to them as a thank you. Wonderful. The next prize that we're giving away, for the next person to donate to our fundraiser on Giving Tuesday, we have a tote bag. And you can see on the one side, it says Proud Doman Parent. And it says on the other side, big things often have, does it say small beginnings? Sorry, this is the first time I'm actually seeing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, big things often have small beginnings. Yes, that's what
great.
it says. Wonderful. So the next donor, whoever the next donor is, and by the way, it doesn't even matter the amount, whoever's the next donor on Global Giving will win this cute tote bag. All right, let's see what we have next. I think next we have Benjamin. Yeah, so next we have Benjamin. And let me give a little introduction to Benjamin's video. Benjamin is 9 years old, and he lives in Honduras in Central America. Benjamin came to Doman International for the first time this year, just a few months ago. And in this, his talent in this video is him spelling a word using letters. And let me give it just a small introduction before we show the video. So this is what you're about to see is a very important part of our writing program. It's the first step in helping children learn to write or type independently. We're very proud with the program of our superb results with getting children to write and type independently. We've had 4-year-olds with Down syndrome writing words independently, which is just unheard of. You know, even average 4-year-olds don't write. And we do it because we have a established writing program with steps that we can help children pass through. So in this video, you're going to see Benjamin, who's 9 years old, but he's really taking this first step toward writing. So let's give this video a watch.
¿Cuál letra sigue, Benja? Ujú. Muy bien.
Mom first said, "What's the next letter?" Then she said, "Very good," in Spanish.
Muy bien, Benja, vamos. ¿Qué letra sigue? Muy bien. Vamos, ¿cuál sigue? Enséñale a Cami cuál sigue. Ujú.
There he is. He wrote his name Benjamin. And that's, by the way, quite a long word for a child who's just starting this ability. But as you can see, now that Benjamin knows how to spell his name, when you put him in front of a keyboard to begin typing the word or having him write the word, now he no longer needs to struggle with the memory of how to spell the word. He already knows that. So then it's just the next step of learning how to find those letters on a keyboard or learning the fine motor control involved in writing. So this is why this step is so important, and it's done with virtually every child who receives a writing program at Doman International. So congratulations to Benjamin for his talent. And if you want to vote for Benjamin, go ahead and like his, his video on our Instagram or Facebook page. All right, next we have our next contestant is Alyssa. Alyssa is 22 months old, so not even 2 years old yet, and lives in Singapore. Again, very international group of kids today. She came to Doman International for the first time last year. And in this video, you're going to see Mom and Alyssa doing our speech development program. You're going to hear Mom singing to Alyssa and leaving certain words for Alyssa to fill in. And this is a very powerful program for children who have limited speech or no speech to encourage them to talk for the first time. We saw that video of Arad earlier where he was saying go, one of his first words. Now we're going to get to watch a video of Alyssa, saying some of her first words in her life. So let's watch this video.
Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider. Out, very good. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Yay! Well done. Give me my high five.
So again, I just want to point something out similar to that video that we saw of Arad earlier. Parents letting Alyssa fill in those words. And there was even one where I think she said out, where she needed a little bit of time, but Mom was so wonderful and patient and gave her a few seconds to say that word. So amazing example of our speech program in practice.
Yeah, and Mother is so enthusiastic, so energetic. I think everybody watching this, we were thinking, again, we wanted to say the word too.
Yeah.
I mean, the mother just kind of, we had to do it. And of course, for Alyssa, she was quiet. And then her chance to speak came up and she said a sound. So, of course, Alyssa knows she's saying the word. But what comes out of her mouth is different. And that's because she has respiratory problems, which we need to improve her respiration. So her language becomes clearer and clearer. And of course, the physical program helps with that as well. But in a situation like this, we would never, ever say, we would never correct her because she knows what the word is. She just can't say it the way, other people do. But in time, she will.
Yeah. With our speech development program, with a child who's just starting to be verbal for the first time, we always focus on quantity before quality. In other words, we know from experience, the more words a child says, the quality of their speech will improve. So we focus first on just getting a child talking. And then as their speech develops, the quality comes.
And that's a philosophical rule of the motor pathways. When a child begins to creep on his hands and knees, the quality may be poor. Who cares? The child is now at a much higher level of mobility, much easier, much faster. And we know in time with our other programs like patterning, the quality will get better and better. Same thing, use of the hands. The quality may not be great. It may take forever to button that button, but the child will get better and better and faster and faster.
Absolutely. So if you want to vote for Alyssa's video, you can go to Instagram or Facebook and like her video or share it with others and encourage them to vote too. All right. We're going to the next contestant now in our talent show. For everyone joining us late, we have a talent show going today on this Giving Tuesday. And the next child we have up is Maya. Maya is 9 years old and lives in the US. Maya first came to Doman International in 2020. And in what we're going to be watching her do in this video is showing off her newfound talent of singing and karaoke. So we're going to get to watch Maya showing off her singing ability. So let's give that a watch.
She has a large fan base.
Kingdom is yours, I can see. The warring walls in overflows, waking walls in overflow for me. Victoria, victory, my king is no mercy. My king is known by grace. For the whole in his name, and no power that saves. My king is known by the cross. My king is known by an empty grave. All that he does, my king is known by love.
Wow. And I have to say that in addition to her having a beautiful singing voice, when Maya started the program, she didn't really speak in sentences. So to see her singing paragraphs of a song is really, really special. The other thing is, as we said, a lot of these children have talents that we're not even getting to show off today. We're just showing what parents shared with us in video. But for example, Maya has learned to read with the program. She has learned fine motor skills that were very difficult for her before, like unscrewing caps off bottles, screwing them back on, because when she started the program, she had very severe mobility and manual challenges.
Well, she was immobile.
Yeah.
Learned to crawl and creep and now
yeah.
working on walking.
Exactly. So congratulations to Maya and to her family. If you want to vote for Maya, you can vote for her video on Facebook or Instagram. Congratulations,
As I said,
Maya.
she has a big fan base.
Yeah. She does. All right. Well, we've got a few more people in our talent show, a few more children in our talent show, but we're going to take a bit of a break from showing the videos, and we just want to, we're going to bring on a guest to join us named Shirley Wilson. And let's bring on Shirley now. Perfect. Hi, Shirley.
Hi, Douglas. Hello, Spencer.
Hi.
Great to see you.
Very good to see you too.
Yeah, what time is it in New Zealand?
It's 9:02, so it's quite respectable.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's manageable. Yeah.
Good morning. Yes.
Well, Shirley is the founder of BICT, which is the Brain Injured Children's Trust in New Zealand. And we've asked Shirley to join us today because we like to take this opportunity to acknowledge people and foundations around the world that help children on the Doman Method program. And so BICT supports families in New Zealand doing our program. They've helped cover the cost of evaluations, doing the program, even equipment and travel required to, see the staff. And it has allowed children in New Zealand to access Doman International services. So now 2 times a year, Doman International staff fly to New Zealand, evaluate children there, design customized programs, which is remarkable given that before a few years ago, we didn't have families from New Zealand, or it was very, very rare. So, it says here, together we share one mission, ensuring every child has the opportunity to reach their full potential. So we wanted to have Shirley on just to talk for a few minutes about BICT.
But Spencer, before please. Shirley starts, we have to mention her credentials. And Shirley's credentials are the highest for Doman International. She is a mother who did the program for many, many years and took her son, Mark, to limits that I don't think anybody believed were possible other than, Mark and his own family, because he is now totally independent. He's married, he has a job, and, it's our ultimate result, Shirley, and you did that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did.
You're going to get me started. You're going to get me started already crying. Thank you.
Well, Shirley, I did a call with Mark, a couple of days ago, and the first thing I said to him was, "Oh, you've got such a nice background on your camera," because he's got this view from a high up in a tower in Auckland. And then he said, "No, I'm in my office. This is my office." I thought it was a background. So maybe Shirley, do you mind just starting by telling us about what moved you to create BICT?
Yeah, I guess as being a parent of a child, and which is Mark, who you've just spoken a little bit about, we started the program with him when he was about 11 months old, with the diagnosis that majority of our families get, that don't expect too much, probably won't walk or talk and all those things. And he wasn't doing, they were correct, he wasn't doing any of those things. He couldn't even hold his head off the ground. And when we found the method and did what we did, and he did do all of those things and went to school at the age of 6. And when he was around 10 years old, it was still challenging. The isolation, even though he was doing okay, he still had many, many challenges, and it was costing us an absolute fortune, my husband and I. And I explain it like this, I have a daughter as well, and if I wanted to buy a bike for my daughter, it would cost me $100. But if I wanted to have for Mark to have the same experience, it would cost me $5,000 because he had to have an adapted bike. So everywhere we went, everywhere we looked, it was just another challenge and more money. And and I thought once he got up and walking, that was it. Hello, here we are, done, dusted. We're going to have this normal life, but it wasn't like that. And so around about the age of 10, my husband and I just sat down one day and says, we people need to know that there's hope. People need to know that you can have help, and people need to know that the prognosis doesn't have to be the prognosis, and independence can happen. And we're obliged to let people know that there was something out there that can help their children, because the cry, unfortunately, today is no different 30 years later than it was back when we started, and no support, and still people don't know that they can have access to this program. So we said we can't keep it a secret. It's not the right thing to do. So we started, along with 2 other families who were doing the same program. We got together because we worked out that you had more than 2 people, you could start a charitable organisation and you could get funds. So we were actually a little bit selfish, to be honest. We just thought, cool, we can get money, and we can go and buy all these things that we need. But of course, as you know, 20 years on down the track, it's been much more than that. And had I ever envisaged that we would be standing in this position today, we've given over $2 million away in the last 20 years. It's pretty incredible. And now we're going to exceed anything beyond my expectation going forward, because we have Doman with us, with the Doman Method and all your expertise here in our Aotearoa in New Zealand. And we're very, very excited about that.
And Shirley, do you have an idea of how many families you've been able to help with doing the Doman Method program?
With the Doman Method program, we're now up to 22, and about 3 years ago we started with 1. So I think, and that 1 grew to 2, and then bang, here we are 3 years later at 22, and that's because of results. It's because of outcomes. Prior to that, the outcomes we had were Mark, and we were doing great stuff with helping families to access things they wanted, but there was nothing, we didn't have outcomes like Mark, and I was frustrated about that. And now here we are, we have outcomes, and they're every day. It's not just, every 6 months or whatever, every day. Because I have contacted, one of my major roles is supporting families. So I get to talk to families. I get to go and sit in their homes, in their lounge rooms, and just chew the fat and find out what's going on. So I get to hear all the great things that are happening with their children on a daily basis.
Could you talk a little bit about the results that you've seen with some of the children?
Yeah, I've got one. I was thinking about that this morning because I knew it was coming to this today. I'm like, what's something that really blows my mind? And that's of a little guy who was tube fed, and he was his mother called him a pawa, and that's a Māori language. And she, as a baby, he was on her. She slept in a chair for 3 years with him on her because he couldn't lie down and so forth. And he had a tube, and he was tube fed. And so I went to see her one day because somebody had put her onto me, and I said, let's do this program. And she said, oh, okay, because there's nothing else and I need to do something. And after a very short period of time, and food and the digestive system has been the major thing the whole time. And she told me one day that Dr. Aravind had told her to take some liquid out of his tummy that had gone, with his tube, and put it in with some slops. I call slops, some food, and then put it under here, and then the brain will go, oh, I recognize something because it's already been in my tummy, and then he would swallow it, and it was true. And I'm like, what? How? Well, now he eats. It was just, and it was just all looks so impossible. That's a really thing that just, when I tell people, they just go, and that for you guys, that's just like, you do this thing every day and you say this thing every day, but for the average person, that's absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. And of course, we've just recently,
example, because, some children, when they're put on a tube, and they're tube fed, sometimes it's for life. Sometimes they never, get to feed orally. And I mean, oral feeding is so important for independence and quality of life and for absorbing the nutrients in the food and just for life enjoyment. I mean, it's it's sad to think that there's some children who never get to chew or eat food on their own. So
we've hundreds of parents over the years to remove the feeding tube and also to close the trachs, and when we've been around as long as we have, we've seen trends in terms of what's happening to special needs children. And so if we go back 20 years ago, we were getting to see less and less children with feeding tubes, which was good news. The doctors had already removed them or not put them in the first place. But in the last 20 years, there's been a gradual increase again of putting children onto feeding tubes. And of course, they lose all of the benefits of being able to do that. And, I think it's reasoned because, he's too hard to feed. We don't have time to feed him. Now, it's never the parents.
Yeah, it's not the parents pushing it. Yeah.
It's others.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And just recently, we've had a little girl who's who was blind 6 months, functionally blind 6 months ago, and now she can see, and to be able to be a witness to that conversation, actually, because it was at a clinic here in last August, and to just see the dad sitting there, and he just couldn't even comprehend what he was being told. It was such a really special moment. And I guess that's another thing for the lay person, is they don't understand that. How can somebody go from not being able to see to see? So for us to have that victory here in New Zealand, especially because we're real skeptics here in New Zealand, and so now I'm like, you can be as skeptic as you like, but here I have the proof. So we're very happy about that. And of course we've got another little boy. He's older. And he's at the age of 14, and his mother is just, which is common, as you'll know, most of our children that are non-verbal, parents think their children don't understand, so they might be 9, 10, 11, but they're still talking to them like they're 2 and 3. And that's a common thing. So for this mum to now realise that her child can actually read and understand and has the skills, because you give them the skills and the teachings and the learnings on how to do that, they now have a wonderful relationship of joy and positivity. And like, he's still not talking, but it actually doesn't matter now. I mean, yes, that's still a goal, but they've got quality of life. Because he's learning, she's learning, and they're having a lot of fun with it. When I see the difference in these mums and dads when these things are happening to their children, they're just different. The families are different. Their speech is different. They're happy. They're, and I see it because it's depressing. Mums are depressed.
Yeah,
they're sad all the time. But with this last 3 years, I have seen parents who I've been working with for 10 years change just about almost overnight. Incredible stuff. Yeah.
What you've made me think of, Shirley, it's one of my favorite things to hear from parents is sometimes they'll say something like, now my kid is a member of the family. Before he was kind of disconnected in his own world, and now he's here with us and we all really know who he is. That's a special thing, when a child
totally
enters the world. Yeah.
Your story reminds me of a Norwegian young man who came to us at 20, and the parents had been told he was nonverbal, and parents had been told that he was an idiot. And so they questioned, what he actually understood. So when we got into our facilitated communication program, and then we got to the point where Mother would help him to actually write manually. And within a matter of weeks, which is unbelievably fast, he indicated to her, I don't want your help anymore. And then he just began to write independently. And he said, I remember when Dr. Smith on August 23rd in 2019 said I was an idiot, and I wanted to punch him in the face. So he had understood everything during this time and had an unbelievable memory.
Yeah.
I think he's written.
I'm very
books.
excited about a new client that we've got coming in February, and he's 16 and he's been I've known him since he was 2, and he's non-verbal. But and when he came to see me just recently, and we've got him on the Doman program, I said to him, I know you understand everything that I'm saying to you, and he is so sad. When I look at him, because I can tell now that I've been a part of you guys for this, I can see that he has got so much to say and so much to bring to the world, but he can't talk to anybody. And I know that's going to change.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, Shirley, thank you so much for joining us. Any final words you'd like to say? Not that you need to, but.
No. We're just internally grateful for the Doman Method, for all of the Doman team, and just so excited for what's going to happen here in New Zealand in the future and our partnership. And you've just opened up our world, and it's very exciting for the future. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
We want to thank you. If we had 10 Shirley Wilsons strategically placed around the world, we'd be able to take over.
So clone yourself 9 times, Shirley. That's your next to do. Okay.
Great.
Shirley, thank you so much for joining us.
Okay. Have a great rest of your day.
Yeah,
bye.
Bye. Okay. Well, that was wonderful. I think we've got a few more talent show videos that we're going to be watching, and then we'll get to announce the big winner. So next we have Truman. Truman is a cute 18-month-old. He lives here in the US. And Truman first came to Doman International this year. And he's come for now 2 appointments at the Doman International Clinic. And his new talent this year is he's creeping all over the place. So creeping on his hands and knees, and nothing can stop him now. So let's watch a video of Truman creeping. And I think he's got some family members with him coaching him in this video. We saw the video before of Finley with her brother coaching her. And in that video, you could see Truman was creeping and he had sister and mom coaching him. So what a wonderful video of Truman creeping on his hands and knees. Creeping is such an important milestone, first of all, toward walking, and it's so important for brain development. So if you want to vote for Truman's video, go ahead, like his video on Facebook or Instagram and share it with others. All right, now we've got a video of Ella Claire. Ella Claire is 23 years old, so we've got a great variation here of ages. Ella Claire came for her first appointment with Doman International in 2019. And in this video, Ella Claire is going to be showing off her ability to speak Spanish. Ella Claire loves to learn foreign languages. She learns Spanish. She learns Italian. She takes lessons in Spanish and Italian independently of her parents. So in this video, she's going to be showing off her Spanish speaking ability.
And by the way, I've known Ella Claire since she was a little girl. And she first started on our program immobile and with, with big visual problems as well. And Ella Claire is a friend, and her family, the Wilson family, and her mother, Susan, and her grandmother are just absolute angels, all of them.
Wonderful. All right, let's see the video of Ella Claire speaking Spanish.
My name is Ella Claire Wilson.
I think we just need to get,
Spanish
there it is.
poem called Bien Tomados de la Mano, escrito por Douglas Wright. Qué lindo que es caminar bien tomados de la mano por el barrio, por la plaza, qué sé yo, por todos lados. Qué lindo es mirar los árboles bien tomados de la mano desde el banco de la plaza en el que estamos sentados. Qué lindo es mirar el cielo bien tomados de la mano. En nuestros ojos volando dos pájaros reflejados. Qué lindo que es caminar bien tomados de la mano. Qué lindo andar por la vida de la mano bien tomados.
Wonderful. So that was Ella Claire speaking in Spanish. You know, one quick thing, as I said before, these children, and in this case, young adults, have many talents we're not featuring. Ella Claire is one of the most amazing math results I've ever seen. When she was about 20 years old, she had a long difficulty in learning math. And we started her on a math program. And within maybe 6 to 12 months, she was able to do all the math operations in her head, doing mental math at the age of 20. I mean, she might be the only person in the world at that age who went from not knowing any math to being confident and loving math. She went from hating math to loving math once she realized how good she was at it.
Yeah, and unlike the other videos where you've seen several of our children are bilinguals, well, they're bilingual because their mother and father are bilingual.
Right.
But Ella Claire's parents do not speak Spanish. I think she probably has the best Spanish in the family.
So I think now we're going to be announcing the winner of the tote bag donation. And, okay. So the winner of, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. The winner of the tote bag is Cheyenne Mahinfala. Thank you so much, Cheyenne, for your donation. You have won the tote bag. That is wonderful. Congratulations. Okay. So I think, so here we are with donations so far. When we started this an hour and a half ago, we were at 20,000 was, yeah.
I thought it was
yeah.
So was it?
So we are at $30,887 donated. We are number 8 right now on Global Giving.
We've slipped down.
We slipped one
from
place.
7 to 8. So donors, we need you to step up now. Remember, if you get us into the top 5, there are bonus amounts for the people in the top 5, and number 1 gets $5,000 bonus on top of the other matching gifts.
So remember, every donation made today is matched, partially matched by Global Giving. If you are right now watching us on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, you can find the Global Giving link right there with the link to donate. Just click on that link and make a donation. But your donations only today are being matched. If anyone has any questions about how to donate, they can contact Julie Mahone, who is our director of fundraising. Julie, would you mind throwing in the comments your email address, your contact info, and I'll throw it up on the screen so that people can contact you if they need it. All right. Okay, so here you can see So for other prizes, so the winners of the Doman Method 3-book series set and the Tuscany Villa Stay, which is the big prize, are going to be announced on Start the Week with Spencer on December 15th. That's my weekly webinar that I host on Doman International's Facebook and Instagram page. We'll be announcing the winners of that Villa Stay then. Remember, anyone who donates $50 or more gets put into the drawing for the book set, and anyone who donates $100 or more gets into the drawing for the Villa Stay. And by the way, if you donate more than $100, you get put into both drawings. So that's very exciting.
And Spencer, I just mentioned it's really important to make these donations now because global giving only has so much money available. And when the money runs out, the money runs out. So no more matching funds once that happens. So the sooner you get in the donation, the more likely we're going to get the full matching amount.
Wonderful. So, and just to announce, when we ask for donations, we also make donations annually to Doman International. So, do you mind talking a bit about your annual donation this year?
No, of course. Rosalind and I have been doing this since 2018. It's a great pleasure for us. Rosalind is our clinical director and really runs the show in terms of what happens for our families and kids. And she's worked with me for more than 50 years. We met at the institutes together, became our training together, and then got married, and the rest is history. But Rosalind and I have donated more than $15,000 since 2008. If you donate more than $10,000 a year, you get to wear the logo, the official logo of Doman International, which is the Braintree on a green background. Every member of the staff and their own department, whether it's the physical department, the cognitive department, the respiratory department, the nutrition department, have their own logos with a different color scheme. But only donors who've given $10,000 a year or more have one of these. Does Shirley have one?
I can bring one to her in February.
All right, better make sure. So at any rate, if anybody has $10,000 you'd like to give now, that will get you one of these, and it will get us, I think, in the top 5, if not better. Now, Rosalind and I are donating $5,900 each. Rosalind is matching me, which I'm matching her, and that's much appreciated.
Wonderful. And I made a donation today of $2,500.
Yeah, I would never ask people to give us as much money as they possibly can give us if I'm not prepared to do the same.
Okay, and if any of you have any questions about how to donate to Doman International, there's Julie's email address, julie@domaninternational.org. Julie's happy to answer any questions that you have about how to donate. If you have trouble finding the link for global giving, you can always reach out to Julie and she will help you.
And remember, those donations are fully tax deductible in the United States, plus in the United Kingdom. And I think there may be other countries they're deductible as well. And I think you can find out what those countries are on Global Giving's website.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I think we can go back to our slides because we're basically at the end of our talent show voting. You might have a few more seconds to run to our Instagram and Facebook page and like a post, but I think we're going to be announcing our winner in just a second. A sound effect. So our talent show winner is Maya with a total of 808 votes. Wow. 808 votes. Let's give Maya's video one last watch. This is Maya singing karaoke.
And this is the mother who at the start of our presentation said, the Doman method works only if you do it.
Right.
she knows, she's an expert.
So there's Maya singing. Congratulations to Maya and to her family. What an amazing achievement. And what a great success. What a great success. I think the talent show was, it had even more entries than I thought we would have. So, and just a great variation of kids from around the world showing off different talents. So we're proud of all of them. And every child that participated this year is getting Doman learning materials sent to them. So everyone, in the end, everyone's a winner.
And altogether, we're certainly over 1,000. We could be, over 1,500, 1,600, because I know other children had 200, 300 votes.
Yeah. And we are hoping that next year we'll get even more kids to participate. So for all the parents watching this who maybe weren't able to participate this year, don't worry. Next year we'll do the same thing. So I think that concludes our, I can see here Maya's family is celebrating. Yay. They said, yeah, they're watching on YouTube right now.
And we're number 4.
Look at that.
Great. That is so great. So we are, if we stay in the top 5, we will get an added bonus. I think number 4, maybe it's an extra $1,000, which would be great.
Wonderful. $38,000, $406. Well, hope we have a chance at this being the best Giving Tuesday ever. We're definitely we're getting close. All right. So Douglas, any closing remarks before we wrap up?
Well, I hope there are friends and donors out there that are watching that will, keep us in the top ranking, and maybe, a one big donation would, put us at number 1. And by the way, I'm highly prejudiced here, but our families and our children, they are the best families in the world. Their love, their determination, their hard work is, doing, well, as we said, the impossible. Parents are often told your child will never walk, your child will never talk, never, ever do that. And our parents are constantly making those people liars because they don't understand the potential that children have. Our children with special needs and brain injuries have incredible potential.
Yeah, and I'd like to say that $38,000, the vast majority of those donations came from parents of children with special needs. They're our number 1 donors. We don't ask them directly for funds, but they are incredibly generous and they want to help other families. And I probably the second, after that group of parents, probably the second most generous donors are staff of Doman International. So we do work hand in hand to help the kids. So if you want to donate, you can find the donation link there. Or if you want to send that link to your billionaire uncle who's looking for a place to donate to this year, you could do that as well. Let's see. Oh, we've just got some nice comments that are showing up here. We've got one person here who says, congrats to all the children for their talents and meeting these amazing milestones. These children and parents are so very awesome. We couldn't agree with you more.
And I think, Spencer, we have to thank Gino and Les on our staff because, they are so much behind the creativity. I think this was by far the most fun we've had in one of these as well. And this is the first time we've shown off our kids and our parents as well. And that's really been beautiful.
Yeah, there are so many people that work behind the scenes, and Gino and Les have done an amazing job. And also we want to thank Julie for, organizing this event. She does so much of the behind the scenes work. We just kind of show up here the day of and talk, which is what we do. But they do all the hard work and make this such a huge success. Well, everyone, thank you so much. And just one last reminder, remember, if you donate $100 or more today, you get put into the drawing for the 5-day stay at the villa in Tuscany. So Tell that to your friends, send it to others, because that's the big prize that people can win. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful rest of your Giving Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.